Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. I feel like my niche isn't specific enough. Is there a niche gray area? So first, I'd like to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring us. I think of niches as necessary to build at a reasonable pace and really necessary for private pay practices. Non-specific niches that therapists feel like they have that client, but the clients don't really see themselves in that description are people in a life transition. Lots of therapists love women in transition, but the thing that or another one that I'll hear from people is the thing all my clients have in common is that they're really uncomfortable, or all my favorite clients are in some sort of transition. So if I'm in the midst of empty nesting, we're going to use this transition one as an example. I'm in the midst of empty nesting. I'm not going to resonate with copy that's also written for people who are moving or breaking up or going to college. And we're all uncomfortable. So it would have to be really specific kinds of discomfort to make me feel like you get me in your copy if I'm looking for a therapist. A lot of people also try to define their niche by their modality. EMDR is not a niche. Your modality is not a niche. Similarly, they try to define their niche exclusively by demographic, I work with gay men. Your niche is the pain that your clients feel. So if you love EMDR, maybe choose your favorite trauma to work with or your favorite way of coping with trauma, and that's your niche. If you love working with gay men, great. Where are they struggling with, your ideal clients? Is it the coming out process? Is it they're heartbroken after breakups? Is it gay men with anxiety? Get more specific. I also talk a lot about ideal clients, and this might be where you feel you aren't specific enough. Think of ideal clients as underneath the umbrella of the niche. The niche is broader. The ideal clients are a helpful tool to help you with your marketing. It doesn't mean you have to only take those clients in your practice or that you really even need to have an ideal client. It makes it way easier to have an ideal client. Because you can think would my ideal client named Shelly, who's 34 and concerned about her marriage and overwhelmed by work and virtual school, feel like this paragraph of website copy describes her experience. It's a tool to do that with. But an ideal client isn't as important as a niche is. I still want you to try to define one to make your life easier, because we all know that starting and building a practice is work, and why make it harder than it needs to be. But I don't want you to struggle with it for so long. And I don't want you to struggle with it if you have a really clear defined niche and you feel fairly confident in your marketing. So I hope that helps. We have a course called Know Your Niche in the Abundance Party, and that does go through how to define an ideal client if you do want some help with that. The party teaches you everything you need to know to have a successful practice for only $49 a month. If you have a question for Ask Allison, please DM me over on Instagram. I'm abundance_practice_building. All right, have a great day.